Gavel.
Gavel. Yeah, we're good to go.
Chair. Yeah.
Chair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that easy to do? Was that
What?
moving that chair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just increasing
standards.
the tension.
Different standards.
Different standards.
Yeah.
Different
Issues, mental illnesses.
It's weird because I always think you've got a lot more patience than me, but
I just hate tech. Hate it.
yeah. Chairs. Tech.
Yeah. Chair, Tesla, space.
Yeah.
All goes in together.
Well, no, it didn't go in that
I
order.
don't think they're...
It went chairs, space, Tesla.
And then space again.
And then space again. With a Tesla.
Yeah. The Tesla car came before space.
Mm.
I've got a lot more patience, but I've also got a lot more rage.
Right, okay.
I think.
Yeah.
So it's just a balancing
My
act.
impatience is more... Oh.
Yeah, mine is violent rage. I mean, we mentioned it briefly last week, but I think we were trying to release a video and I couldn't get the thumbnail right.
Right.
And that drives me
Just
insane.
triggered you.
And even when we got it working and then managed to release it, it just decided to change that thumbnail for no reason. And that kind of tech really pisses me off. When it's like you should just work, but you don't.
Right.
And especially like adding UI that's meant to be quite easy to use and stuff just pisses me off when it doesn't work. But with a lot of stuff, I think I've got more patience. Don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing.
This is
Stand in line longer.
This is
Screen
boring.
line.
But I used IGTV to put the second one on today, and it's actually much more convenient than trying to use Instagram. You can pick a thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. I think we're gonna have to. I was going to talk about it a bit later, but since you bring it up, we can. We'll talk about it later. But I want to. I think there'll be a thing about social media that I think we need to have a discuss. We need to have a chat. I think just the basic thing is, I don't know whether we need to use all three, and we are terrible at social media.
It'd be best to just
I think it's
kind of
like,
pick one.
Yeah, it could just be like, we'll use this one, the one that requires the minimum amount of interaction.
Yeah,
and we'll try that. So I think that'll be a thing. Because, especially trying to publish a fucking video to 3 different of those platforms. Like, needs to be this format for this, and this format for that, and that format for that. And it was like, okay, it needs to be this length for this. And it's just like, they're competing with each other so much that they're making it incredibly difficult to use. As if it's a positive.
Yeah.
Tech. But yeah, it's been Christmas. It was Christmas last week.
It was.
In both worlds. Which is a first, because we're recording this on like a Monday.
Literally.
Yeah, we're recording this on the Monday after Christmas.
Yeah, right,
and
I see what you mean.
It's been like a week for us for Christmas and for the release of the episode.
I wasn't considering this a world. I suppose it is a world.
The real world. The podcast world. Yeah, did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, like Christmas Day around that sort of shit was good. It was fun. And then...
Sorry, I just realised I was looking at you with a lot of rage.
You were. Yeah. And then it all kind of plummeted downhill. Not for me. I was fine. But there was
my Christmas was great. All the gifts that were given to me, they were brilliant. All the gifts I gave to everyone else.
Yeah. There was a bereavement on my wife's side of the family, which is I guess it's weird at any time of year. Yeah. But particularly at this time of year where it's like everybody is like is trying to personify joy.
Yeah. And there's kind of a feeling of it's quite nice because like I think a lot of passing away is usually somewhat mental. So like they'll hang on for one more Christmas. Which is like, oh, beautiful, we've stayed on for one more Christmas, and then you've ruined Christmas. So like, thanks, but cheers at the same time, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, it's always rough. Rough. And yeah, I said before, I think last week, that suicide isn't that big in the family. I'm not saying that the bereavement was suicide, but like I think Christmas time or December really, it does have a negative effect. And a lot of people I know have got like more negative mental space
around Christmas time.
Around December. I think it's just winter.
Is that like, oh, got the winter blues?
Seasonal disorder or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I think that feels like a real thing to me. But yeah, apparently less suicides. But I don't know whether suicide is equivocated with just sadness. But there's a weird feeling of like something.
I think it's ongoing. I don't think you're going to be fine and then enter December and suddenly feel suicidal.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think there's a chance that you've probably thought about it before.
But there's a weird chemical imbalance that seems to happen, and it could just be that there's less sun. But I don't see that much sun anyway.
Yeah.
But just feels like maybe it's just like the end is coming.
Yeah.
Because I always really like New Year's, so like a new year. I'm a big fan of starting stuff over, as many serial killers are. They just like, I'll leave my family back there.
Yeah. Well, it's like
forward.
it's like the Zodiac Killer. You get to start again. Like, start from January.
Now we do Capricorns.
Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah, then maybe that's a part thing of just like impending doom and the end is coming.
Yeah.
But it must be something simple, just like it's colder now, and your body's like, well, if you're this cold, you might as well be dead. Something stupid mental tricks you got to play.
Yeah. There's no convenient time to go.
No.
I don't think.
I think at the launch of a big event, like a mayor's cutting a ribbon, just like, yeah, let's do it right there. It's in the middle of an argument.
Yeah.
You just made your point.
Yeah, because, well...
Quite good.
Oh, and then make your point and then die. And then they never get the last word. You literally have the last word.
Yeah.
It's the last word we ever had.
Yeah.
And I was
then
right.
Then you're just yelling at a dead person. Really.
Yeah. You can't hear you.
But yeah, I said before Christmas was feeling inconvenient. It's just because I've been mega busy.
Yeah.
And I think it was like today, I was like, okay, I think I'm more than 50% through all my shit that I need to do. Starting to stabilise a little bit more. Everything kind of... I had a plan for a lot of stuff to take up until now, like investments and stuff like that. So, okay, well, that's done. So now I'm a bit more balanced, a bit more stable. And it's just I've got a load more shit to do, but it's like, I'm more than 50% through.
All right,
So I felt a little bit of feels good now.
Shit
So after Christmas, like doctors and appointments, admin shit that I've always
life
done
admin,
here.
Doctors,
breathing.
Yeah.
Exactly. You keep getting a text like from the NHS.
Oh right,
just saying like
this is the NHS.
It's done as the Mistral. Yeah, just like just checkups and shit to do, and then loads of admin-y, boring-y house insurance. That needs to be done. It's just like, okay, so I'm nearly there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was still weird. I still felt like I was very much an adult at Christmas this year.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that I felt like a child before, but there was no Christmassiness for me. But I think I've just kind of grown out of that.
Yeah.
And the reason I grew out of it is because I was so much more Christmas than you were, and will ever be. That I won. I became Christmas, and then I just kind of did that,
and then that was it.
Yeah,
then you never get to do it again.
Joy.
Yeah,
no, it was quite cool. I got my dog a cool present. That was pretty cool.
Oh, what'd you get your dog?
Got like it's like an Alexa for dogs. Basically, just like a tower with a camera and a treat dispenser.
Okay, so you can you talk through it?
Yeah. But I don't think that really works. As it works, but I don't think the dog
don't think she gives a shit.
She's like, this isn't. You're not Nick.
Yeah.
But it like tells you when your dog's barking, so you can look at the camera and see what's going on.
Right.
My dog's quite territorial.
Then just throw a treat at her.
Yeah, it ejects it like with a catapult. It's like boom. Dog's. But the thing is, it makes a little like squeaky noise before it does it. So the dog goes, "Oh, squeaky noise. Let's go investigate." Yay, Christmas.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. She seems to enjoy that. And then just come back up and resettled with everything. That was quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did try out what we spoke about last week about Alexa changing the subject.
Oh yeah.
Because I thought that'd be quite fun for awkward situations. I just wanted. I mean, the only situation I can feel that this is, I can't understand how that would make anything any better. Because my assumption is it's for an awkward... It's not like no one's got anything to talk about, which is probably what it's for, I guess. But for me, it's like... It's been advertised as in the middle of domestic arguments and disputes where people are screaming at each other.
Yeah.
Just just chat to Amazon.
Right. The way I thought of it being effective was. Do you remember? It was my birthday. We were sitting in the back of a pub.
Yeah.
And someone I used to be friends with was like having a blazing row at you. And
this could have been many different. Lots of people have blazing arguments at me.
Like you were just being like very calm and rational, but they were drunk and annoyed by something. I don't know what. And I like there were a bunch of us, and I just was just like, fuck it, I can't be arsed. And I just turned around and went to another table and just carried on having a drink. And then you joined me, and he stormed off behind you. And as he did, he was screaming, and you pulled a party popper. It's like, and that like completely altered the mood for me.
It was like, it was
that's
some
what
kind
I
of,
imagine it doing.
Yeah, I don't. It wasn't the fact that I think he was storming off. I think he said something that was like very aggressive as like a final word to leave.
Yeah.
So it was like trying to inject tension, and then I just inject the life of the party. Injected confetti into the situation. Yeah. So I can imagine maybe, but I don't understand if you're sat around a table and you're feeling trapped. To just one, to ask for help from anything, and two, to ask. And these are some of the responses I got. What do you think about putting pineapple on pizza? Massive argument starter, right? That's not like the people who don't like pineapple on pizza are gonna tell you, and they're gonna be very upset about it. They're very offended by the whole idea.
I don't understand. I've never understood that.
No, I love pineapple. I put pineapple on everything.
Right. So, but
I'm diabetic though.
It's just the not liking something. Like I don't get it. Like I don't like mushrooms.
Yeah.
Generally, but if you put them on a pizza, it doesn't offend me.
It just became
I get it.
a
they
go-to
go
reference.
on pizza.
Yeah. It just came to be like this, the go-to reference, the same way that like Enya has been a go-to reference for like either bad or sad or low music.
Yeah.
And it's like most people who make the reference probably haven't even heard Enya or had pineapple on pizza or had pineapple or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like bacon, so I don't know how.
You tell that to someone, they'll freak out.
Yeah. I put to you last week, I think, sausages versus steaks, and you were like, oh. Think about anything. About anything. But that's not really the way to solve an argument. You know, if you're getting punched in the face by somebody, do you have pineapple on your pizza? I don't think it might not work. It's tense. I think I've just had a lot of, not just with family stuff. As I said, we were recalling a fond memory where I was getting screamed at in an argument.
Yes.
I get in those situations a lot of the time. It must be me, but like, as in, I like to talk about things. And I like to talk, when I talk about them, I tend to either try to not include any of the context associated with it.
I think,
but it does, but people always pull in the other context or something like that, or it gets a bit misconstrued. So I've had to change the way I kind of have those kind of debates.
I think in that situation, it was quite a loaded topic.
Yes.
And you questioned something that this person never thought he would have to respond to.
It was a song that was playing in the pub. I remember it quite well.
Okay.
I don't know singers' names, but it was a song that was became very controversial because I think it was somewhat rapey.
Okay.
You know you want it, bub bub bub. It was that song.
Yeah, Robin Thicke.
Robin Thicke, yeah. So that was playing, and I think some people took great offence to it being played because of all the controversy around it, and it became a whole big thing. I don't remember what my side of that debate was. I think it was just like...
I didn't care. I know a lot of people got pissed off about it, but I didn't care.
But I think it was a sense... The thing with most arguments, though, it's just people unconsciously venting their subconscious emotions. And it has nothing really to do with whatever's being talked about. It's just, it's a moment for that rage. That's how angry gorilla demon finds a way to slip out.
Yeah.
And I think I've just got quite a big hold on my gorilla demon, so I can just hold now. Yeah, and have that out. But yeah, so yeah, in our awkward conversation, Amazon suggests why not discussing pineapple on pizza. Another one is if you had a superpower, what superpower would you have?
Oh, okay.
Just add the tense, a tense environment.
I think your dog would have the ability to dispense a treat whenever she wanted.
Yeah.
You gave her a superpower for Christmas. That's really good.
Yeah. And the last one that I just found online, which again I just find funny inside domestic violence situations. Who's your celebrity crush? So you're in like a massive relationship argument, and it's meant to switch over to, you know who I really fancy and I'd rather have sex with is this person.
That'll fix things.
Fuel on the fire.
Yeah.
Leave them alone. Don't do this. Don't do it. Don't enter that world. But yeah, so I tried that out. Kind of worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, some Christmassy news that did pop up. I found quite a bit in Stoke. This one was a national story. A man with a white beard robbed a bank and immediately threw the money in the air before wishing bystanders a Merry Christmas and going to Starbucks.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's legend.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, who did he harm? I mean, yes, he did steal from a bank.
Gave a load of other people's money away, technically, but really, once you've put your money in the bank, it's the bank's money. It's not really yours.
People, bystanders, just kind of saw this and was like, "This is a bit weird." Picked up the money and gave it back to the bank. Like, I think you left this outside with Father Christmas. And yeah, he just went to. I think he went to a Starbucks or some kind of coffee shop, and just like, that's my Christmas. That was my Christmas wish. It's not a political statement. It's just more of a festive statement.
Yeah, take from the bank and give to the road.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. It's just, I committed a crime. Here you go. Now I get to go to prison. You obviously wanted to go to prison. You have to go to prison if you rob a bank, I think. Yeah. Even if you only rob it for like a couple of, like 6 feet.
Yeah, rob it and just put it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he shouted Merry Christmas. Maybe that'll pardon him. It was a Christmas joy.
I think...
New tradition.
Yeah, I suppose... How did he rob the bank? Did he go in with guns and...
I think he had he concealed like a silhouette.
Okay.
So he might not have had a weapon on him, but he presented himself to have a potential weapon. I think.
I don't think they'll make an example of him. I imagine... I don't think they'll go easy on him, but I don't imagine he'll get a lot.
Yeah. I mean... You probably get community service.
Yeah.
It feels somewhat justifiable.
Yeah.
But people probably feared for their lives.
Well, I took and tried to give to the community, so you're going to punish me by making me give back to the community.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. This is what I wanted all along.
Meanwhile, in Stoke, robbers threatened staff with a broken table as they stole Apple products from a store.
A broken table?
You got your balaclava? Yeah. Have you got your... half a table? Give us all your phones. It's Apple products in a busy Stoke-on-Trent store. Oh, it was Curry's PC World in Festival.
The table?
Fucking table. I'm assuming they must have gotten the table from the store. Yeah. They must have, right?
I mean, probably...
There's not many tables.
Break off a table
Curry's
leg? Maybe? That's the only thing I could consider threatening.
No, it's got to be broken. It's a whole broken table. So it's got to be at least half a table.
Like double-handed.
Yeah, and just like there's the thing on the... Oh, there you go. The trio broke wooden tables and used them to threaten the staff at the shop before escaping with stolen products.
That seems like they're thoroughly unprepared.
I don't think there's any... Well, there are tables there, but how are you going to break a table? Like with a mallet?
Yeah.
Use the mallet, mate.
Yeah, well, we took the mallet into the store, and then we broke a table and used a table.
Yeah, we didn't threaten anybody with the mallet, just a table. And then we used that table. It was a chain, it was a production chain into Apple products.
It's a loophole in the law. If I threaten you with your own weapon, you can't do anything.
Yeah, then it's a romantic gesture. Here's your table. Give me your phones. The police said the men are described as white, wearing dark clothing, including baseball caps. Baseball caps carrying tables. Mm-hmm. One of the men wore a navy blue tracksuit bottom with a stripe down the side and a black jacket. He is approximately 5'4" with tattoos on both arms and had a Stoke accent. When I read that, I was like, I don't know why the hell you're telling me this, because people can change their clothes and do that. But I guess it's if you saw something happening around the scene. If you were in the area and you saw someone fitting that description running in a particular direction, you could offer assistance.
Yeah.
So fair enough. Anyone with any information should message Staffordshire Police on Facebook or Twitter, quoting incident number 516. So, like, if you want to call the police, now you do it through Twitter or Facebook. Facebook Messenger, the police. Or call 101 or like a anonymous Crime Stoppers number. But the first
WhatsApp.
two listed are Facebook and Twitter. Seems strange. I'm going to tweet about this.
I've seen a lot of people
the police
bitching about police and stuff on Twitter, or bitching to them. And and I have seen appeals go out on Twitter. It is strange.
But primary thing, like, call us, speak to us, so we can ask you questions. Don't just like LOL, aubergine emoji, police.
Yeah,
just call them, get more involved. Seems strange. This is my favourite, Chris.
Hashtag tables lives matter.
Hashtag splinters. That's hit with a table. There were. I'm not going to read the whole article because it doesn't do that well. But basically, we used Amazon. We used an online delivery service for presents. Yeah,
pretty much exclusively for me this year.
Pretty much for everything is all I use it for. But there was a woman who did it to buy her toddler tracksuit, like a somewhat stylish tracksuit, I think, and some gloves or something like that. They weren't in, so the delivery driver put it in a wheelie bin full of fire.
What? What?
Which I've had before. I've had delivery drivers, if you're not in, they put it in your bin.
Oh yeah, we had that.
Wheelie bin.
They put it in our wheelie bin. They put it in our recycling bin.
Yeah.
And then they said, it's in your recycling bin. It's like, why is it there?
Well, this one was in I think it was garden waste, filled with hot ash.
Oh, well, that's their fault. You're not meant to put hot ash in that bin.
Well, no, it was a bin. I thought it was the garden waste bin, but it's a bin specifically for hot ash.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Right, so they weren't in the wrong for doing it. Which bin is it then? If it's not
you're not meant to put hot ash in any of them. They've all got writing on top of them. That say no hot ash. Oh. Yeah.
Maybe she had a special bin. Maybe she was to blame.
Yeah. Well, you weren't in, so we set fire to it.
So they came home. The wheelie bin was just emitting more smoke than it usually did. I opened it up and it was this charred Christmas. Oh. And, I mean, there is a weird thing about... people are still transitioning over to online delivery. I had some issues with my online deliveries over Christmas, but I managed to resolve them all. Yeah. But it was like, this is extra annoyance. But I've had people, like, drop off very... I was in the corner shop near my house speaking to someone in the queue in front of me saying, yeah, because my corner shop takes... packages if you're not in. I don't use it, but it's there, and it was like 12 iPads or something like that. And he said, yeah, they tried to deliver it last week and left it around the side of my house. No one signed for it. So it was like, that's 12 free iPads for me. I didn't receive your order. Yeah, you can't prove it. Yeah, which is it's a cheeky thing to do. So I say cheeky, but like there is a thing about I've had people just leave stuff by the door. And
I know a mate that got like
and that was a big thing. That
PS4 for that same thing. No one signed for it. He was just like, well, I've never had it.
Yeah, that was a big thing this Christmas as well. Maybe that's why it popped into my head. Was there's a lot of doorstop pirates or something like that? Yeah. People following Amazon drivers.
I've seen it in the States. I've not seen anything about it over here.
Yeah, but well, I mean, it must happen over here. But yeah, it was a big deal, big press thing in America. So yeah, this the delivery driver just set fire to this child's Christmas. She got refunded and got like 50 quid or something like that. But still, don't set fire to people's gifts.
No.
Okay. You remember before I said sometimes I send myself articles and set them up and I think it's funny and then I read it a couple of days later. Yeah. And it's, well, this guy died on a chimney and then he told police he was abused as a child. Merry Christmas.
And then...
Mm-hmm, that's what it says. I found that funny and then I read it. It was like, oh, it's just some poor guy who was abused as a child and then accidentally hung himself from a chimney. Oh. But it was a weird thing. It was in... Carlisle, and it was just like a random chimney, really tall, with a staircase around it. He climbed to the top for whatever reason, maybe he was working there, and he fell off, and his foot got caught in the staircase, so he was just hanging upside down for 12 hours.
He died?
Yeah, he died. And they just gave him some backstory. But he told police he was abused before he was dead. That's the thing I learned from this. Because I read it, I was like, I'm interested.
Thank God. Thank God he...
A weird use of a Ouija board.
Yeah.
If you're going to ask someone who died. That's a lot. Onlookers gathered to watch the 14-hour operation.
What?
Phil Longcake. Yeah, rest in peace.
14 hours?
14 hours. Because they
still didn't get him down.
They got them down after 14 hours, but you can't be upside down for 14 hours.
No.
They had to get a special cherry picker in from Glasgow or something like that.
Christ.
Yeah. Rushed down from Glasgow. So you just hang in there.
14 hours. Doesn't sound like
Scotland's
a rush.
a big place.
Glasgow's not...
I have no idea about Scottish geography, but...
Where was this?
Carlisle.
That's not even south of England.
And it must have been like...
That's like maybe
is Scotland south of England?
No. Like, so there's Glasgow, south of Scotland, and then Carlisle is sort of north of England. It's above the Peak District.
Oh.
So it's like...
Christmas traffic.
Maybe like 2 hours. 14 hours?
Yeah, 14 hours.
Jesus Christ.
He passed away.
But then I suppose if it's not available... Well, no, this person booked it and paid for it because they've got to finish the wall in their garden.
Got to put a fairy on top of their
Doesn't matter if
Christmas
the guy's dying.
Yeah.
The contract's a contract, and we need to stick to it.
Why would you go up a chimney, though? I'm assuming he must have worked there.
I don't know.
What you worked at the chimney.
Maybe he was just trying to find a new inventive way to kill himself.
Maybe.
And it's like, well, I'm going to walk up there, and they think I'm going to jump, but I'm actually going to stay exactly where I am.
Just gonna 180 degrees it.
Yeah. I'm going to hang myself by my foot. What? Yeah.
Fair enough.
Trust me.
They know I've got some problems.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. And finally, article from me is some audience participation.
Hmm.
I can't remember whether we went into this, but maybe we did. The Great Emu War in Australia. Covered it?
At some point, I think we've talked about that.
We did. I didn't. I only just now, as I'm looking at it, I'm realising it. But we'll go over it briefly, just in case you didn't know. In 1932, there were too many emus in Australia, so they got the army involved.
Yeah.
The army failed over the course of like 10 years.
Yeah, because it's just too many emus.
Too many. And they thought, oh, we got guns and stuff.
Yeah.
But like emus can run pretty quick.
Yeah, and they got very small heads, so it's like...
Yeah, well, just like it's a
Headshots, just
difficult
not
thing to hit.
Yeah,
and they don't. It's not like, bang. It's like then like all of them scatter, and then that's kind of over. They got the artillery regiment involved.
Yeah,
if I remember rightly, the plan was to use 10,000 rounds of ammunition to cull some emus.
Yeah,
and just didn't quite get it. The Emu Command had evidently ordered guerrilla tactics. This is the emus that they're talking about.
Emus, gorillas. What now?
They're outsourcing their tactics. Turned into innumerable small units that made use of military equipment's uneconomic standard, or whatever it is. A crestfallen field force therefore withdrew from the combat area after about a month. Had a month of trying to kill these emus, and then they retreated. And I think it was like the 50-year anniversary.
The emus retreated, or
the army?
The army.
Yeah.
Retreat!
Each pack, one army observer despondently noted that each pack seems to have its own leader now. The emus are just like completely low.
They're organised. More organised than the military.
Yeah, they got their own leaders. If we had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world. So they're trying to now say that the emus defeated the Australian army, basically. And I think they did it for a while.
Does that not just make the Australian army look kind of shit?
Well, it's a different environment. It's the same reason that America didn't do very well in Vietnam.
That's the thing. I guess this is an outside
it's a
perspective.
very different situation.
Like, yeah, they're not all in a cage. You're not just like popping off rounds. You're not Ted Nugent in a helicopter with the shooting pigs. Like,
yeah, just follow them around. This is like you walk here or you drive here.
Yeah.
Set up. Bang. Yeah. Oh, they've gone and I missed. We'll pack up and go find them again.
Yeah, because they can run really like fuck. Like,
yeah, and you can't get close to them after you've shot them a few times.
Yeah,
I think they'll stop. Well, they got leaders now, so don't go.
Might have been more effective to use grenades.
Well, were they within grenade distance?
I don't know.
Very different thing. Like I said, I think a lot of people would lose to an army of emus. It's not specifically an Australian thing.
Oh yeah, they're not like they. I imagine they're quite vicious if they want to be.
Well, just difficult to catch.
Yeah,
and hunt. I guess if you're trying to kill, say, 50% of all emus, it feels difficult, especially when Australia's on fire sometimes and nobody cares.
Yeah, well,
as you
right
said.
now, yeah.
Yes, it's just on fire.
Yeah.
That
It's on fire.
retaliation.
And the Prime Minister went on holiday. My country's burning down.
Fancy going somewhere cold
He went
this year?
He went to Bali.
You deal with this. I'll be back in a couple of weeks.
I better go before they ground all the planes.
Yeah. After nearly a month, soldiers killed around 100 emus each week, and the final tally was around 1,000 plus 2,500 MIA. So they thought maybe another 2,500. That's just optimism, that is.
Yeah, maybe they
killed
bled out.
1,000.
Yeah.
But we probably did kill 2,500 more.
Sure you did.
As in, you shot them, they ran away, and they bled to death. That's their assumption. You go like, I mean, that number's just made up, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to just...
Yeah.
We didn't lose because 3,500.
Yeah.
That's the whole NHS Conservatives thing.
Yeah.
20,000, 40,000 more nurses. Do you mean 21? No? It was 30,000, wasn't it?
I don't know.
That was a whole thing. That was just quite funny.
Oh.
Before the election, Tories saying they're going to get 30,000 new nurses, and people looked at it and was like, no, you've only written down 21,000. Well, it's 30. No, but if you see what you've it's 21. No, but we're keeping 9. Right, so you're keeping 9, you're not adding 9, right? So that's 21. Just like a primary school student trying to teach basic math. I understand what you're trying to say, but you're going too far and it's bollocks.
Yeah.
Just say 21,000, mate. Chill out. It's like that, but with emus and murdered emus. The mission was aborted again in December 10th. So I think they started up it was, Emu War 2, and they gave up on December 10th after they realised it was going to be nearly impossible to kill them all. The outcome to this day remains a failure. That's how that article ends. Don't fuck with emus.
Yeah. You will fail.
It's an unwinnable war. Completely
So
unwinnable
strange.
war. Anyway, that's mainly Christmas articles from me this week.
Yeah.
I did have more, but decided to cut one out. One was a woman started receiving a load of hate because she pasted over social media, and apparently she does this every year, that she spent £2,000 on Christmas, and the presents are like ridiculously high. But she's saying it out of pride.
Oh, right.
And people are like, you spend too much money on Christmas. But I mean, spend £2,000 on Christmas, but do it on like things that you need.
Yeah.
This was like 2,000. This was like buying all the Barbies or whatever. As in, the gifts were to the ceiling. And you go, that many gifts divided by £2,000 kind of means that you bought a lot of tact.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do that...
I think, yeah, by all means...
something better.
Be as generous as you want.
Yeah.
Give whatever you are comfortable giving or capable of giving. But, I don't know, be responsible about it.
People are furious with her, sending her hate.
I don't buy gifts for absolutely everybody. And it's because I've seen people who do, and they just end up giving away shit because it's like you can't afford it, and it's like, well, I don't need another candle.
Yeah,
I don't need another bath set just because it was there. I've got plenty of shower gel.
But I mean, just 2,000. Say you went to the pound shop, you could easily spend £2,000 and get a room full of presents at the pound shop.
Yeah,
but just. I can't imagine liking that as a kid. I'm sure there's some kids who would love it. Come down, the room's filled to the point where you can't walk in it very clearly. But it's like just the amount of work that goes into it. And if what you want is to give someone a good Christmas, you could do that much better than, an Action Man or whatever it is that she bought these people. But presents were as tall as the tree. Just like small presents stacked on top of each other. She was like, I love Christmas. People are like, I think you need help. Your kids could benefit from way more than a shit ton of wrapping paper that they've got to deal with.
Why not take half of whatever you're going to give them and just put that money aside?
Yeah, to save it for give it to when they're older.
Yeah,
or do whatever with it.
Yeah, do whatever. That's the thing. It's in line with those people who throw big lavish birthdays when their baby's like 1. It's like the baby doesn't. No, it doesn't care. It doesn't get it. Like, by all means, celebrate the birth for yourself, and all of that stuff. But You don't need a fucking bouncy castle and a merry-go-round and a balloon artist. Like, the baby's going to be asleep for half the fucking day anyway.
Yeah, but you got to entertain other people's kids. You know, I think that's where it trickles around.
No, you don't. That's the whole point.
So you invited 50 people around.
Why?
Because you've got friends and family that you care about and they're interested in the growth and development of your child.
You don't need 50 people around for your kid's birthday.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's just different sized families, I guess. I mean, I've got a big family, but I don't really see them. I only really see my immediate family. But if we wanted to have a big shindig, we could easily have a huge shindig.
Yeah.
Like, it's always weird when you be like, I mean, yeah, if I was to have a big event that's like a wedding or something like that, they'd be like, I can invite people from all over the country. How many people to invite? And then, you've got to invite their husband,
we were still very conservative about ours. Like, we had an idea of we knew how many people we could have, but we still like didn't invite all of our family. It's like, well, how often do I see such a person? Have I ever met them?
Yeah, but like, I think when you have kids, you know, that changes. You have friends of the kid that you befriend their parents.
When the kid
kind of get them all involved.
When the kid is conscious and has met other kids,
don't throw
understands,
an unconscious baby on a bouncy castle,
and understands that like other people, that they know other people, that they have friends and whatnot, then by all means, like, have a thing. But
my point is simply that it's not for the baby, it's for the parents.
Yeah.
So and if you're inviting other people, other friends and family
no, you don't need it. You just don't need it.
Look, I somewhat agree with you. And
it's been a year since I was in incredible amounts of pain, since I was twice the size as I am, and since my husband was absolutely sick of life.
My baby has grown.
I'd love to celebrate that day.
My baby has grown from, day 1 to day 365, and I'd like to share my love of my child with you people, and I'd love to.
No, this is the gender reveal thing for me.
No bouncy cars.
This is the gender reveal thing again for me. It's just it's for the parents, and I don't get it. I don't know why you need the attention. It's pointless. Have a little.
Why have you got your fucking video camera out on Christmas Day, you prick?
Just
use a fucking Polaroid.
Just have a little thing, but like, the baby doesn't give a shit. Doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, but it's for my point is, it's not for the baby, it's for the parents.
Why should your birthday be about anyone else?
Because you're one.
Right. So
it should be about other people. Fuck the baby on its first birthday.
No, just fuck the birthday. Like, get it, like, buy it a present or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, but I never understood it. I
completely understand it. I just think that you shouldn't have to spend. You shouldn't go out of your way to. And the thing with this thing was spending $2,000 on shit. I was just like, you could easily have spent. You could have put that £2,000, as you said, as a savings account for the kid to mature, or whatever interest. That'd be like your first birthday present.
Yeah,
I put money in a savings account for you, and when you're 18, it gets released.
Yeah,
could be a thing instead of just like, no, I'm going to get you this water Jesus that expands. You know what I mean? It's that kind of stuff. You're just like, you don't need $2,000 of that amount of tat.
No. Like, that's stupid.
So yeah, don't go overboard. I perfectly understand having like family birthdays where you invite friends and family. I've got nothing against that, but I'm sensing that you do. I'm just being stupid.
Just when the kid's not capable of understanding. That's all.
But like, I don't know. I'm full of rage. We've established early, I can't remember whether it was recording, but I'm full of rage and patience.
Right.
I think there's something else going on with you.
With me?
I think it's just a red traffic lights situation that you took personal offence to when we first became friends.
Yeah.
I think that's the same with like, oh, this kid's having a birthday party, it's having a lovely time. You shit! Why? I think it's that
the kid's not having a lovely time. The kid doesn't know. It's one. That's the whole point.
Yeah, but sometimes
you're just throwing money away.
Sometimes pets.
You've got kids. You're throwing money away when you could be putting it towards their future. You're selfish.
No, what I've said, don't spend too much, but like have friends round, and if friends bring kids, there's an obligation as a good host.
Yeah, no, like this wasn't like rallying against celebration
against
of birthday
happiness.
at all.
Yeah,
like
you
have a couple of people, have your family come over or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the having a fairground in your back garden kind of shit that I just don't get.
Yeah, we'll just have a bouncy castle, you know what I mean?
No, not when you won.
But adults can use bouncy castles. Trampoline,
But then it's
swimming pool.
But it's meant to be about the baby, right?
No, that's my point. It's got nothing to do with the baby.
Exactly.
It's
But
about
if you
family
need that,
coming together.
You don't need it. You don't need it.
Fuck baby birthdays. Let's leave it there.
Exactly. Gavel that shit.
Fuck your baby's birthday. Invite me, I'll come. I'm friendly. I'm patient.
I'll bring a bouncy castle.
Yeah. This chair's gone now. I don't know why. Anyway. They'll be fine. Yeah, so it's New Year. Oh, yeah. So I thought we'd do some interesting things.
All right. Can't wait.
Can't wait. Number one.
Who else should feel bad about celebrating?
Oh, bloody closed it, didn't I? But while I get this back up, I thought it'd be interesting. I think we did it last year. We did it a while ago, where we went over the kind of statistics for our channel.
Okay.
So I think we've done a few more things. I think like we looked at. Let me bring it up because I closed it. But kind of how do people discover us? Look, kind of like a yearly marketing review. What can we do?
That's exciting.
To increase it. I find it interesting. I can't remember how you actually got this. I think it was here. Okay, here we go. So, how do you think? What do you think is the best way people find our podcast, Steve?
Us.
Yeah, us.
I imagine.
Must be like Facebook.
I imagine Facebook.
You know, social media. People coming across us chatting directly to people.
Yeah.
But on YouTube. I've looked at the number one search results that find people here, and I think we did this before. But over the past year, just to give a brief kind of statistical analysis of where we are. Number one was Prince Andrew. That was we did a video, and it wasn't like loads, but
no, but it did do considerably well. Compared
it did
to
more than our
else.
usual videos, but not really like specifically.
Oh, no.
I think I posted it in a few different places, but it's kind of like more of a buzz topic at the time.
Yeah.
Number three, sex. So people YouTubing sex found us, and they watched for an average of 4 seconds.
How disappointing!
This isn't sex.
I think you're on the wrong website, pal.
Yeah. Number 7 is violent baptism. Somebody
searched.
I need to
that.
find a violent baptism.
So we got the keyword bang on for that one.
Yeah. Well, and the way these are done is just keywords in our videos,
right?
And a lot of them are kind of my kind of usual tags to it. Violent
People
baptism
search for violence
is very much a
and baptism.
Yeah, that's very much of me. I've put that in as this is a violent baptism video. Let's pop that in. So we got one of those. Sex robot. We spoke about sex robots. That also did a little bit well. Sex robots was a bit lower down, so people seem to prefer a singular sex robot. Oh, sex robot viewed for 4 seconds. Sex robots, 2 minutes 25.
All right.
It's just waiting
a chance.
Waiting for a group of sex robots to come in.
Show it.
Any moment now.
At some point, these guys will stop talking and they'll show it.
We've had violent baptism, but we've also got baby getting baptised violently.
It's a bit more
specific.
A bit more wordy. Yeah,
they watched for longer as well, 11 seconds. When's this baby coming out? After that, foreskin. I think there was a foreskin beauty thing we went on about.
Oh yeah, foreskin facials.
We've also got priest baptism baby violent. That was after that. But it seems like this violent baptism was pretty popular.
Yeah.
I have to go back and see what it's like. Anatoly Bergorsky, who I think from vague memory, he's the guy who put his head into the black hole machine.
Oh right.
I think that was his name. Yeah, when they went through his head and he was fine.
He died later though, didn't he?
Of old age.
Oh.
That was the thing. It was like it went through his head.
I thought there was a thing of like all his hair fell out and he.
I think it was unrelated.
Some weird thing.
But people thought he was dead. Like, you can't put your head in a black hole machine.
No.
You're going to be dead. And it's like, oh, no, actually, he's fine.
He's all right.
He might have maybe like accelerated disease. But he didn't die instantly after having an atom go directly through his brain.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. Astrology, Buffy, Dementia Fight Club. And then I think it kind of gets aggressive baptism. Animals falling to their death. 19 seconds. Average. People have typed that in, found us and went, there's no animals falling to their death.
They want a group of clips of animals falling with like the Benny Hill music in the background. And they end up with us.
Specifically looking for stuff. Fart. That's in there. Emotional support clown. You kind of got a lot of normas. Knife fights was also up there. 5 seconds they gave us.
Yeah.
I just find it funny that someone searching for it finds us and goes,
that's not a knife fight.
This isn't us. This isn't what we
maybe
getting teeth pulled out for
break
braces.
Out into a knife fight. Maybe that's what we're leading up to.
Yeah. But yeah,
at some point, one of these guys is going to pull a knife.
I'm going to give him 5 seconds, and then I'm going to stab myself. Why are they talking about knife fights? But yeah, lots of violent baptism. So maybe we need to lean into that market. You know,
do a violent baptism segment.
Yeah, whole podcast.
A whole podcast on violent
on
baptisms.
The most violent baptisms.
I'll get to researching.
That's what a lot of podcasts. I still find podcasting strange, even this far into it. But like, just other people's views on podcasts is very strange. It almost feels like those kind of documentaries of like, what was that show? When pilots eject. Like that feels like a whole people have made podcasts about that kind of thing. It's been like the most times that pilots have ejected, and they do like 8 episodes a year. There you go. It's very alien to me.
Yeah,
but yeah, so maybe we need to lean to that. I feel like some things will change with the podcast this year. Yeah, that's my thinking.
In
do
what
more shit.
Direction?
Well, we said, but I came up with an idea over Christmas. About doing more promo stuff, and making it simple to kind of promote stuff, and that's kind of like make it really easy to make a video a month that kind of discusses what the podcast is this month. Yeah, but I don't know, it's a weird one. I mean, there's a lot of people I know who wouldn't be able to listen to our podcast. I mean, we do too much content at the moment, as in an hour and a half is kind of where we feel kind of that where everything kind of tends to be. Yeah. Not many people. It's a niche market that listens to an entire podcast. But we are in that niche, so it's like just kind of we just keep doing it and see what happens. Yeah. We could make shorter videos and do stuff like that. I think it'd still be like this is the behind the scenes. We just want to do more stuff out in the world. Yeah. More Christmas advert kind of stuff. Yeah. More of that kind of thing would be fun. I've had some cool ideas. Yeah. That I want to do. That like one of them's like maybe I need to hire out an entire recording studio. Oh. I don't think that's wise. No. I mean, I might just try and do it with a green screen over like a couple of months and see if I can do something like that. So yeah, just random little sketch ideas that I think would be quite fun to do. And then that would be more, that's what we do we do this, and then this is the podcast that is the root of it all. So it's like, that's the main draw, or that's what people would like. More people would like that. And if you really enjoy it and you're into the culture of podcasting and that, then we're definitely here. So this is the podcast. We just need to like better define our Robert Paul champagne. Or just Smodcast. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like, this is a separate thing, but it's the roots, the starting point of everything. Yeah. And you go like, if you want to get to know us more, you want to get involved, then watch this and see how you like it. Yeah. And then, we'll definitely get involved with everybody and do loads of projects. Yeah. But if you just want to watch the outcome stuff, all right, cool. So the main propellant of this podcast is still for us to do creative projects. 3 years, we've done a couple of videos. Hey, doing good. But briefly, we'll probably drop... social media is still like the big problem for us, I think. This is now getting into more pulling teeth talk. But just like... I don't care about Twitter. I think I'm just going to switch it off. I can't remember the last time I've used it. Yeah, I never that's the way for Twitter to work. Feels like it's just a big mutual wank conga. Yeah, where just you retweet someone, and in the hopes that they'll retweet you, you follow them in the hopes that they'll follow you. Yeah, I've got no interest in going viral. And well, that's just it. It ends up just being like, I've had a bunch of views. Yeah. They're all people that make podcasts. Yeah. And it's just I like them as the option for people to contact us. But we've got an email address.
Yeah.
And I definitely check the email every week. And somewhat regularly anyway.
Yeah.
Because my computer gets confused between email addresses. So I usually I've got this. That's the best way to contact us. And really it's just like, if you want your video to share, I guess, kind of put that out there. But primarily, that'd be more for like, when we did the Christmas advert. All right, we'll put it on every social media and it'll just be a ball ache then. Yeah. And you go like, well, really, if you for the day-to-day, this is where we operate. So I'm going to try to do more. I've said it for a long time, but I've got a lot more ideas and stuff ironed out for the website to be like, hey, come to our website. Seems easier. Oh, yeah, YouTube. That's what I'm talking about. We can change. I'm thinking there could be a lot of change in the podcast, because the way that we've done the podcast at the moment is to try and be as clean as possible with everything. As in, we've not done certain things like video clips from stuff because we thought they might get flagged by things.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right? We haven't used audio bites as much. Like, I think our episode 100, I started introducing audio sound bites from news articles. And I was like, for YouTube, that might get flagged, might get upset. But I've got the canary in YouTube that I've got is Your Mum's House podcast, which is Tom Segura and Christina Pajitsky. Amazing podcast. And they've started getting reported because they've got so many more guidelines now. You can't insult anybody. You can't talk about anything that somebody might be sensitive about, or you'll get flagged.
What?
So they started off a little while ago with is this suitable for kids?
Right.
And it's stepped up and stepped up and stepped up.
Wow.
To the point where I go, I think YouTube's just going to, it's just going to become, you can't talk about anything. All the monetization goes to YouTube is probably where it's going to go. Oh, because that kid was getting advertising money for advertising toys, reviewing toys, and YouTube just went, I want that money.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you could argue that it was exploiting the child. You could. But I think it was more a case of YouTube going, there's a lot more money now as we're growing, so let's have more of that.
If we demonetize our channel,
we can do anything.
Do they still play ads?
Yeah. Well,
fuck them, man.
No, sorry.
That's
I think they can,
shit.
and you can still be monetized by being an adult channel. But I think if you actually fully demonetize, then I think they don't show ads.
Yeah.
But they might. I've seen some demonetized channels still get ads every now and then, but it's just YouTube just takes it, which is shit.
That's
that's
theft.
We could go down a whole thing of being like, let's just go full demonetize and just use YouTube for doing whatever the fuck we wanted.
Yeah.
So we could play whatever video we wanted, play any audio we wanted. We could do loads of different stuff, which could be interesting, but it would definitely be at the sacrifice of YouTube.
Yeah.
But it's just like, so it's something worth thinking about. If it's going that way anyway, we could be like, yeah, sure, we'll jump ship. They'll go other services.
Yeah.
It's just whatever. I think YouTube's going to change. So it'd be interesting to see where it goes. And if we are holding back because we're not sure if something will be monetized, and we are a way away from being monetized anyway, we could just be like, but we wanted to be like, let's do everything clean so that when we do get to that point, our whole library is open to everybody. Whereas if we're just like, oh, let's do whatever we want, and then when we monetize, then we could do something.
Yeah.
I don't know, we could do. But yeah, I think lots of potential changes, stuff that we could do.
Yeah.
I think this is something that we should address. Any New Year's resolutions?
I'd thought about it, and then I started reviewing the ones I said last year and realised I hadn't really done any of them. Haven't run a half marathon.
That's true.
Didn't do that.
Was that a New Year's resolution? I remember it was an early in the year thing.
It was a... Yeah, that was on the resolution episode. I was going to run a half marathon in June.
Yeah.
It's... What? Another computer just came to life.
Just did seem to disagree with you. Yeah, but you didn't, did you?
Yeah, it's got my wife's face on it, so... Yeah, and that didn't... Like, my life changed a lot this last year as far as my professional life and everything's concerned.
Yeah.
And yeah, like this. So I'm not willing to put any bold predictions out anymore because I just don't think I'll fucking do it. I don't think I'll stick to them. We also said that I would prove that I am the fittest that I could possibly be by my 32nd birthday by beating you in a game of ping pong.
Okay.
Well, it started out as like a fight.
All right.
But then
my memory's terrible.
Weight classes are completely different.
Yeah.
I would get completely trounced no matter how fit I am. And that wouldn't work. So it went to ping pong, and then I think there was mention of bastard swords. But
bastard sword ping pong.
Nope.
Nope.
And we
had similar thoughts this year.
We didn't do that.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. I don't want to make any big promises to myself. I'm just going to take the year as it comes.
He's let me down before.
Yeah.
If he promises me something again,
yeah,
I'm going to be able to take it. They're small ones, you know. I mean, it's a small improvement. One thing I've been thinking about is, which this is probably first world problems and probably white privilege or something.
Okay.
But I want to start waking up before noon consistently every day.
Oh,
that's my resolution.
Is that a thing? Oh, if I do that, I've never had that issue.
Exactly. Specifically, wake up at 8 a.m. every day.
Okay.
Because it just helps. I did it for a little bit, and I was like, no, this would be a good addition to my life.
Like regular sleep is
regular waking up time.
Great.
Yeah, definitely. And but you see all these. I don't agree with it, but the whole Navy SEAL podcaster guy,
Jocko.
Yeah, Jocko, Kevin Hart, all these kind of motivational speakers, wake up at 3, Mark Wahlberg, wake up at 4 a.m. before everyone else does. It's the world's big, right? Half of the world is awake when you're awake, pretty much at any time.
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter. But what they really mean is you're organised, you're scheduled.
Yeah.
You know that you're getting up at 3, so that you know when you go to bed, right, I can't do this, I can't do that, right, I need to do this because I need to go to bed because I'm waking up at 3.
Yeah.
And it's just waking up at 3 is weird to them.
Well, the thing that I get it, and I tried it for a bit, the thing that's hard to get rid of are those hours that you waste in the evening. And I think Jocko was talking about it, and he said, what do you really do after 9 o'clock? And it's right. I don't really do...
It just depends from person to person, right? Some people work, some people bake.
Most of... all of my work stuff is finished. I'm usually... Productivity-wise, I'm usually, finished and wiped out by, 7 at the latest.
Jesus Christ.
But I'm always up at 5:30. So, for me, that makes sense. But, those hours after 9 o'clock, yeah, I don't really do anything of worth in that apart... Well, I'm spending time with my wife, I guess. But... yeah,
you've got other commitments that take up your time. Yeah. It's not necessarily work productivity. Yeah. It's social life and family life and stuff like that.
Yeah, and if you can find a balance elsewhere, then fair enough. But I tried the 4 a.m. get up for a bit, and it's just...
Working shift jobs for years just means now I just work whenever.
Yeah.
So it's right, it's I edit a podcast between 8 p.m. and 4 a.m. So right, edit it, do everything with it. Okay, cool, it's done. It's not I've got no now I'm off kind of time. But partly because I have no wake up time.
Yeah.
So I'll just go to bed when I've finished the day.
And you don't have anyone else's schedule
2 a.m.
to contend with.
10 a.m. Whatever it is. So... And part of the good thing about having a time where you're going to wake up is you can plan the rest of your day around it. Same thing as having a 9 to 5, well, not 9 to 5, but a Monday to Friday job I try to keep that. And it's that means I can plan weekends in advance. It's exactly the same, but on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And then you're if I need to do a food shop at 3 a.m., I go and do a food shop at 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's better to be it's 10 p.m., okay, I need to do a food shop. I need to wake up at 8 a.m., so I shouldn't do it now. I'll wake up at 8 a.m. and I'll go and do it then.
Yeah.
It adds that organisation to it. And it's the same thing as waking up at 3 a.m. It's just, I used to wake up very early in the morning, 4 a.m. and do gym stuff. And I really like early morning, but just realistically, that doesn't really work for me. If I want to go up and do more stand-up, and that stand-up finishes at 11 p.m. and I get back in bed by 12:30, it's just not really logistical. So if I go you know what, aim to be asleep by midnight. Seems reasonable, even if you're working an evening.
Yeah,
you'd be all right, it's 1, I went a bit over, but I'm still waking up at 8.
Yeah.
I feel that'd be an interesting thing to do, just to be just try that.
Yeah.
Document how much of a big thing it is. There's loads of other stuff I want to do as well, but that felt like the most New Year's resolution-y. Of that feels it's just taking on a new perk to your life. Just being this is now an attribute that I will associate with myself. And it's like whether it's defeating co-host in a ping pong bastard sword tournament, or something like that. But yeah, there's loads of other stuff, but that feels like the main thing.
Yeah,
quite cool.
I think that's one of those sort of keystone habits that has knock-on effects on a lot of the other stuff that goes on in your day.
Yeah, and it's got nothing to do with what time it is, which is what these people are proclaiming. Wake up at 3 a.m.
No,
it's got nothing to do with the time. It just means
it's about the regularity.
That's when you're waking up.
Yeah,
so then you can organise other stuff.
Like it could be that, like, oh well, I go to sleep at 5 every night and I wake up at 1 a.m. Like you're still having the same day.
Yeah.
It's just that regularity.
It's the same thing with all this Atkins diet. What's it called now? Not the Atkins. It's not called Atkins anymore. It's called something else. No bread.
Paleo.
No. It's no bread, no carbs.
Ketogenic.
Yeah, it's the cold keto diet or feeding window, whatever it is. You'd be like, well, I've decided to not eat after 5 p.m.
Oh, like intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting as well, yeah. It's like, well, I'm not going to eat after 5 p.m. And just that, even if you ignore whatever else is going on, the mental change that has on you for the rest of the evening is the thing that does the most work, in my opinion. Must be the same thing with sleep.
Yeah.
So, good try that. Oh, yeah, feats of strength. Strength and loyalty. Glorious leader. All hail Liz. Need to start actually doing stuff with that. So, like, I need to... it's going to be... 2020 is the year of strength.
Okay.
Maybe loyalty as well. We'll see.
We'll see.
But a year of strength. And I think that, much like your thing last year, you could probably just be like, what's a strong goal that you would aim to achieve? And I've got some ideas of something that could be quite fun to do. So yeah, more content basically is the main thing. We enjoyed doing the Christmas advert. Yeah. So do a bit more of that. See it. And there's loads of stuff that we want to do, but we feel restricted in doing. And the restriction is our own procrastination. So the more that we work at adding that away, I think the easier it'll become. Yeah. So yeah, just do a bit more of that and stuff like that. All that shit. More violent baptisms.
Just schedule it in. Violent baptism.
Yeah. There's some other stuff we need to do as well. But yeah, I think 20 will be interesting. I feel like the podcast is stabilised now. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like,
didn't we say this before?
We did, but we stepped up the quality and the demand and the workload. Right. In like April, I think it was.
With the video stuff and everything,
which turned it from a 5-minute, hour and 35-minute thing a week. Yeah. Where the audio editing was literally 5 minutes and it was done. Now it's more in the range of like 4 hours. Yeah. Every week, which is just, we've stepped up the workload. We had a few ums and ahs. There were parts of us, I think, at points where we were like, this is a lot of work. We would easily go back to doing audio, or maybe we can make it easier on the video in some way. Yeah. But I think now it's kind of evened out and balanced. And I've been like, no, this is manageable now. Yeah. It's doable. What's next? And I think that what's next is for us to actually do creative content, which is the original intention of what the podcast was. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good stuff.
Solid on that.
How would you like to end 2019?
What, on the podcast or just in general?
I'm at Nick Snip, I guess. Yeah, on the podcast. What would your final word to end this episode and to get a better chair, please? This is the last episode of 2019. So how would you finalise it?
Oh God, I don't know. I would have had time to think about that and like have something inspirational. Stop having birthdays for your kids.
That was it.
There you go.
Yeah. What the hell does that? Yeah, Steve hates kids, especially kids celebrating.
Dogs, great.
Dog birthdays, dog Alexas. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think more cool stuff in 2020.
2020.
I was going to start being nicer as well, wasn't I?
Yeah, fuck off. Like, that's not going to happen.
If it would be to the detriment of society.
To be fair, though, you're not nice to people. You just have horrific thoughts.
This is true.
Like, we've had this conversation before, like, many times, where it's like, you cripple yourself by being overly nice to people, and it almost burdens you in a way.
Yeah, maybe. But the main thing for me is just the thing was like me, throwing some of my angry gorilla demon energy your way, because it's quite fun to play with it, and you didn't like it. You're like, this is weird.
Which one's that?
Like, your USB cable's too long. You're like, why? I'm just like, well, it's just funny, right? It's like, why is he so angry?
It doesn't offend me, and I don't find it angry. It's just it's just a weird thing to have to defend.
And that's the thing, and that's what I mean. Yeah, it's not. You don't have to defend it. It's more like I'm throwing an improvisation ball to you.
Yeah,
catch. What do I do with this now? Oh, I just throw it to someone else.
It's on fire.
But yeah, one thing I realised, I don't know. I have a lot of violent imagery. I think it's healthy though. I don't hold anything against my inner anger. I think I manage it well.
No,
but I can't hang around somebody who triggers that anger. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, all for meeting fucked up people, but there's some like, if I was to get in a relationship with somebody who had stuff that triggered my anger, we just be like,
can't do that.
That's where serial killers come from.
Yeah.
And you go like, no, just be a different kind of crazy.
Yeah. Like, everyone's crazy in some way.
Like you said, you're quite paranoid, stressed about short-term issues.
Yeah, but
your partner is more
things...
stressed about big things.
Yeah.
So it's just two different types of crazy that don't oppose each other.
Yeah.
You
got each other to bring each other down.
I could never stop being angry. I love it.
I think.
Do you not love getting angry?
I do enjoy the irrationality of it, but it's once
so powerful.
I suppose it's how quickly can you see the funny side of a situation.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be angry for a long time, but I do like getting to the point of being like, that's a bit fucking stupid to feel like that.
Well, watch that guy die this year. I was laughing about it on the way back.
The car crash guy.
Yeah, came back. I feel weird laughing about this, but it was pretty funny when you think about it.
Yeah.
And it was that was my way of emotionally dealing with the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But I think it's because I know the release of anger. And the release of anger is just beautiful. If you can find to channel it outright, it's so good. Just not into somebody else's face. But just like a song, it's like, there's that release.
Yeah.
So good. And I would miss it if I was to stop it.
That makes sense.
But I realise that I've more cemented that I'm an angry person. It's just... I've got good vents for it, so you might not. Some people I know might not know me as an angry person.
Yeah,
but it's there.
A lot of people like people. Everyone I've worked with has been like has always said I'm really chilled, and that is like I get it, but I don't know if I could describe myself like that. Like, I've got so many like stupid things that annoy me. And it's that whole, like, being annoyed at short-term and small things and stuff. Yeah. Like, there's so many things that niggle at me. Kids' birthdays, bouncy castles. Like, it's all...
Fuck 'em.
It's fucking irritating. Like, all of it. Like, I've got so many of those little things that I'm not sure I could describe myself as chill, but maybe it's just that in stressful situations now, for some reason, like, it just doesn't really bother me that much anymore. Like, I feel like I was a lot more tightly wound when I was younger.
Maybe. You've matured, probably.
Maybe, yeah. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's different. People see us differently at work.
And they can't see, like,
even not at work.
Inside you. It's like you can't tell what I'm thinking when I see your face every day.
Yeah. I was talking to people that I didn't really know very well about, like, my sense of humour, and it's just been a while since my first thing was like, well, just the funniest thing is that, doctors prescribing dead babies for people to push on swings in the park.
Yeah,
it's like, no, it's not for everybody, especially as a starting point. Like, no, oh God, no.
Yeah,
and it's just like, I think, well, that's not me, but there's more context to that.
Yeah,
but I'm too comfortable. I was just like, just like this, for example, that sets the tone.
Yeah.
But then people get different views, and it takes a while time to get to know people. They'll eventually realise what a heartless, baby-hating, bounty castle bastard you are.
Here's hoping. 2020.
That's a good title. That'd be a title. What did I call it? Baby birthday bounty castle bastard.
Yeah. Hating
Bastard sword ping pong.
bastard. Something. Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway.
Resolutions.
Yes. Happy New Year. Yeah. It's a new year. When this
Happy
comes
New
out.
Year.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. Yeah. Cool there.
Yeah, okay.
Hang on. Oh, I'm at Nick Snip.
Oh, I'm at Sing It Steve.
Yeah, we're at Pulling Teeth Pod on Twitter and Instagram.
Maybe not for long. You can find us at facebook.com/pullingteethpodcast or pullingteethpodcast.com, where like everything is.
Yeah, and we're wisdom@pullingteethpodcast.com in the email.
Yeah. Drop us emails, send us articles, and shit you found funny. We'll peruse and read it out.
Yeah, we have gotten a fair few emails that I'm going to go over next week.
Cool.
We had this one was the emu one, but there was just so much happening in the past couple of weeks.
Yeah,
but getting back on top of it next week. We've got too much content at the moment for the window that we want to do.
Oh no,
so we need to figure something out. But yeah, cool.
Welcome to 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wicked. I'm going to be awake at 8 a.m.
Oh, big year. Big year. I'm going to do nothing, apparently.
Yeah. I'm just going to
Nothing's
continue
going to change.
Just spit on a baby on their first birthday. You don't need anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bounce on this.
Yeah.
Just punch you in the face.
Call me when you're 3.
Yeah, 3, you're fine. Okay, fair enough. Whatever.
You walking. Like, you're at least more of a person.
It's going to fade out. Open up that box.